Solo.
And hello, welcome to solo playthroughs. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late here. Gonna have to take a couple of seconds to get set up. Everything looks like it's still in a good shape from where it was yesterday. Let me know if my audio needs any tweaking. I am still trying to tweak it continually, but I think we've been in a good place the last week or so. So this is day 3 of a 3-day consecutive live stream from solo playthroughs. And I got crushed in Nemesis, not Nemesis. I got crushed in Uprising from Nemesis Games on Monday. I got, well, not crushed yesterday. That Dawn of the Zeds playthrough was phenomenal, but that didn't go very well in the end. And I've tried this twice off camera, and I have like a thing on this mat. By the way, this mat is brought to you by Viking Mats, Big Viking Mats. Thank you, Paul Gray, again for sending me a complimentary mat for this table. I absolutely love it. Still, I digress. So I tried this twice off camera. It did not go well. This is a very hard challenge, but I absolutely love it. This has been a very engaging puzzle. I have played 2.5 games. One of the reasons I'm a little late today is I was trying a new strategy this earlier this afternoon to see if I can't find a better opening that might actually be able to pull this off. This is Prussia. It is relentless. You have very little time. You best make all of your turns count, especially with Starlight, who is a little bit of a slow developing spirit. But no events, level 6 Prussia. Let's make this thing happen. Let me get to the chat. Hello, Greg. Warm greetings from Berlin. Glad to be back in live chat. Best of luck against Prussia. Thank you, sir. Sean McKenzie. Hello, Greg. Hello to you, sir. And Jason. Greg, I see you're choosing to pay the second best spirit of the game today. Look forward to seeing you whoop Prussia. You can make an argument that either one of these is the second best. I'm very curious which one you're going with. I'm guessing you're going with Starlight. But Lore's pretty damn good too, so it really could be either. I don't like where my ugly mug is on the screen. This is a relic from yesterday, so let me. Oh, that's very tiny. I'm very tiny. Look at me. I'm a little person. All right, that's better. All right. And I will move this over here. We'll move this up. Again, I do not have the top half of the Invader board today, and honestly, I might lose it forever. And it just makes more sense of the screen this way. So let's do this. We have this here. We have this here. I know this is something I usually try to do before I start streaming, but I was running late today, so just wanted to get this party started right, or get it started on time. This is probably not the definition of having it started right, but I think this will work. Yeah, I like it. We'll get the cards up there. All right, who's excited? I'm excited. So we're gonna roll to see what our starting boards are. I do have like all these little elemental markers. These are the elements that we're gonna need. Obviously, Starlight could use all of the elements. So I get a special marker for all of them. I think the first thing we're gonna do again is get our starting boards. I'm gonna roll the D6. I roll the 6, so we are on board F. I feel constrained. Oh, look at that's very tangled. Stop being tangled. All right. Do that. We're going to roll again. I rolled a 5, so board E. Can board E and board F be friends? According to the little markings on the thing, they can. So we will have that work. Sometimes when I try to set these boards up, I swear, I'm like, I've never played before. How does this happen? All right, we'll just put this back over here. Cool. And the Prussia card will fit there. Yeah, that's fantastic. I like this. Just making things up on the fly, kids. So on board F is going to be Lore's board. Lore is going to start with 2 presents in 8, 1 presence in 7. And we're going to get him an extra friend in 8 with a beast. Again, starting beast on board F is going to go in the lowest numbered land that does not have a pre-printed setup icon, which is 7, and then we'll get a starting disease in land 2. Starting blight on board F is going to be in 4. We'll have our 6 starting Dahan. The mountain Dahan are in 6. Yoink. The sands Dahan are in 1. Wetlands Dahan in 3. And Jungle Dahan in 5. We're going to have a starting city in 2. Prussia starts with a starting town in 3. And then we'll have a starting town in 8. That's probably a good board for lore. Jason says lore. Excellent. I agree. I do like lore. Last time lore was on the channel was when I was all arrogant about lore versus level 6 Russia. And yeah. That served me right. I very much deserved that beating at the hands of that one little freaking explorer who would not quit and cost me 4 blight. And that's what I get for going in all, super arrogant like I do at sometimes. All right, let's Starlight seeks his form. He's going to start with his starting presence in land 4 because that is where the blight is. Because remember, Starlight fell from the sky and caused a little bit of blight. And I think it was his buddy Stone that came to the rescue and nourished this little star to become all that it could be. We're going to have a starting Dahan. We have the Wetlands Dahan at 8, the Sands Dahan in 1, the Mountain Dahan in 5, and the Jungle Dahan in 3. Members, because it's Prussia, starting town in 3, another starting town in 7, a starting city in 2. We're going to have a disease in 2, and then the starting beast is going to be in the lowest numbered land. That does not have a pre-printed setup icon, which is 6. I'm going to use these tokens to show like what paths I kind of close out as I develop Starlight. So we'll make use of these scenario tokens. I'll just put them on Starlight's board. I'm going to use the purple tokens to indicate what of the 3 growth options I'm using with Starlight, and then I'll use actually these green presence tokens over here to indicate what growth options I'm choosing for lore. Remember, Starlight's a pick 3 spirit, very, very unique, and lore is a pick 2 spirit, but it's a binary decision. So instead of pick 2 out of these 4, it's like pick 1 of these 2 and pick 1 of these 2. So you're always picking 2, but you're a little limited in your options. So we have 10 presents left for lore on lore's board. We have 12 presents left for Starlight on Starlight's board. I'm doing a very unusual opening with Starlight because I just cannot get this scenario, this specific challenge to work. Otherwise, I'm not sure if it's optimal, but would love to engage about this scenario in the comments. This challenge in the comments as we go. So that will work. Let me shuffle up. I got Lore's special cards. I got Starlight special cards. Let me shuffle up the powers. We got the major power deck in blue. King Nothing First. Been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Hope all is well. Hello, King Nothing First. Welcome back, David Coleman. I love both of these spirits. Starlight especially. Yeah, Starlight definitely grew on me. Starlight was one of the 4 that I was pretty emphatically told I was wrong about in my Spirit Island rankings video, which is kind of old at this point, man. But yeah, it was Starlight, River. Who else was I told I had too low? The Fractured? It's definitely Starlight and River I had too low. I can't remember the other 2, and it's been a long time. But I was like, they're like, you're wrong about Starlight. Try again. I'm like, okay, I'll try again. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're really strong. And then they started walloping like level 5 adversaries true solo, and it was pretty sick. But Starlight does take a little bit to get built and get going. So Prussia's a pretty intense challenge. Unrelenting Growth to be perfect for these 2. Oh yeah. If I can get what's that minor power card that's way OP? Grow Through Sacrifice. If I can get something to get presence off the board. I mean, anytime you can get presence off the board quicker against Prussia. I mean, against any of the adversaries, but especially against Prussia, it would be a very, very nice thing. The problem is, finding the opportunity. There's an opportunity cost in gaining power cards with both of these 2. That's a little bit extreme, and finding an opportunity to get those majors is going to be interesting. So I have again, some ideas of how I want to make this work, and getting them the power cards that they need early, and then hopefully we can get to majors at some point. I do like in this with Prussia having stuff everywhere, and just looking at the innates, I do like getting them both up to 3 card plays if possible. Especially if forsake society to chase after dreams, it's pretty awesome when we could start dissolving those cities early, because those cities are going to be a problem. The other problem that we're having with this, exact matchup is, can we get enough fear quick enough? So we're gonna go Blighted Island. Being Blighted Island in this scenario, this in a no events playthrough, is not as bad as it is otherwise, but it's still not great, especially because you cannot take a Blighted Island card that only has an immediate effect. So you need something that's a every round. So either every round at the start of your invader phase. So it's either Downward Spiral. It's either there's not that many that have of ongoing effects. All things weaken, which actually would not be terrible. You have every invader phase power corrodes the spirit. Every invader phase unattended land crumbles. So you have to kind of see how that works out. Additionally, the still healthy island cards are still good, but they're really rough. Having lands that have extra blight isn't always great, and then having ones where you're adding to the fear, not great. It's going to make this super, super hard, because neither of these spirits are really great sphere generators, and blowing through the sphere deck is going to be hard. We're not going to be blowing through it as much as we're going to be crawling through it. So I'm going to roll a d20 to see what my Blighted Island card is. I rolled a 9, so 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Had to pause there because, somehow counting backwards by ones was a little bit hard in my head. So we'll put 5 starting blight. There's going to be 2 per player, and then the Eric Royce Loves You blight. Happy to put that there. Yoink and yoink. We're going to set up the fear deck. The fear deck will be a 4/4/4, but when you're playing with no events, you actually add a stage 2 fear card, so it's going to be a 4/5/4, which is going to be super intense. Saget says, hello, 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 hello to you, sir. I'll probably look at the rules for this one more time, just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything unique with these no event playthroughs. Again, the rules for the no event playthroughs are in the Jagged Earth rulebook. If you have just Branch and Claw and you want to do the no events thing, I would absolutely recommend checking out the Jagged Earth rulebook. You can find a PDF online, I'm sure, and it would be absolutely, I don't think there'd be any major balancing difference at all. So I'm going to get 4 fear cards for Terror level 1, 5 for Terror level 2 instead of 4, and then 4 for Terror level 3. We have our dividers, 4 cards underneath Terror level 4 to 3 divider, then 5, then we're going to do 2. We're definitely not seeing Mr. You win, because that's not going to happen. No way we're blowing through that entire fear deck. That would be absolutely ludicrous. Ludicrous, I tell you, ludicrous. Combining 2 episodes. Playing without events. All right, leave the event deck in the box. Already did. Add tokens to each board per the usual rules. Did that. Add 1 extra fear card to Terror level 2. Did that. Add the 2 command beast cards. We'll talk about those. Don't use a blight card that has 2 blight per player or only immediate effects. Fantastic. Gameplay. When reaching Invader Stage 2 and Invader Stage 3, the spirits can earn the ability to command all beasts on the island. Commanding beast requires consensus from all spirits during the fast phase. I will have consensus with myself, I assure you. And then we have some options that we can use. You can use them both if you have them both. And each land where 1 or more beasts are commanded is considered a separate action. All right, we have the stage 1 cards from the Invaders. I'm just going to toss those aside. Who needs those against level 6 Prussia? And now I'm going to shuffle up the stage 3 cards. Let me roll a die. One of these is going to come out of the game. And number 3 out. And now I'm going to roll another die, or the same die. I'm just going to roll it again. I rolled a 5. That will go there. The 4 stage 3 cards in my hand are going to be at the bottom of the deck. Now I'm going to take this command beast card, the stage 3 one, and that's going to go right on top of the Invader deck, so I don't forget about it. Now we have the stage 2 cards. I have 5 of them. I'm going to roll the die. Yoink, I rolled a 2. I'm going to roll another die because Prussia's crazy. I rolled a 2. Out! So these are going to go here. And then the Prussia stage 3 card goes on top. Remember, For all purposes, the Prussia Stage 3 card counts as a Stage 2 card. So we put the other Command Beast card on top of that. And oh, lo and behold, since it's revealed, I start the game with this. Command Beasts Stage 2 available. Use during the fast phase to choose for each beast 1 damage, 1 fear if invaders are present, or push that beast. Fantastic. We will see how that plays out, and hopefully we can use that right away to stop the excessive amount of builds that Prussia is about to descend on us at the start of the game. All setup is done except for the final explorer. Yoink, or the initial explorer. The final step is setup. That's not the greatest. It's not the worst. We're going to get a explorer in 8, an explorer in 3, explorer in 2, an explorer in 5, and that's all the jungles. And then we have an explorer in 8. I said 8 before, I think I meant 7. It's like 8, just, different. 1 and 7 and 1 and 3. So we've added 8 explorers to the board. These are going to advance to the build phase. And I don't explore again. I don't know what I was just doing there. Pay no attention to me. Woo! All right, just checking in. Will still avoid Spirit Island as usual. Good luck though. If I get into this, at least I know I will have a lot of good content to fall back on. Oh yes, sir, you will. Jason, stoked for Horizons: The Nature Incarnate. I am stoked for Nature Incarnate. I am tepid about Horizons. I don't know. We'll see. I'm of course I will, hopefully I'll get a review copy, but otherwise, I'll go to Target and spend the $30 and I'll get it. But yeah. Well, I mean, 5 more low complexity spirits. It's fine. I don't play the low complexity spirits all that much compared to the others. So, but we'll see. We'll it's always nice, I guess, to have new content. I'm curious about how the quality of the new boards. A little disappointing they're not going to all match, but I think the foil from a storage perspective will be nicer. So, we'll make all of that work. Anyway, let's make this happen. So I'm going to probably just start with Starlight. I mean, I should probably have these reversed. I'm probably going to start with Starlight every time, but we have our growth options. What am I going to do? Well, first I'm going to add a presence at range 0, and I am going bottom track, and I'm going to get the 3 card plays. I'm going to get a bunch of elements, and I'm going to try to make that magic happen. I like to add a plant element because I'm trying to get card draw. Right, so if I get 3 card plays, I can get card draw. Again, wood seeks growth, human seeks freedom. If I get 3 plants, choose a spirit with a presence and target land, they gain a power card. So that could either be a power card for me, or I could use that for my friend over there. So we're going to, we're an odd pair, a weird toad frog thing and a star. Match made in heaven, kids. All right, we're gonna now do the other 2 growth options I have over here. We're gonna gain an energy, and I'm going to move a presence 3. So I want to consider, where do I need to get presence in place? Because next round I want to play Gathered the Scattered. Nope, I don't want to play that. I'm lying. I want to play Piece of the Nighttime Sky. If I use the command beasts, I can kill this. Prevent that build. I can suck in 2 towns from here and here. So 7, 5, and 4 should be okay. That's going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. I probably am going to want to block. This is going to blight. I'll tell you what, the last 2 times I played this too was brutal because all 3 times I played it, I think the Coastal Lands card was a first stage 2 card off the deck. That's not great. Not when you're playing as lore. I think I'm just going to move this presence here. I also was thinking that lore would be able to do a lot more on Starlight's board, and honestly, it hasn't worked out for me. Lore's had his hands full just dealing with his own board. And I almost find that Starlight's been more helpful for lore than the other way around. So I will put this here. It will give me options where I can protect 2 of these 3 lands next round. All right. And now I'm going to have 2 card plays. I get 1 presence from my presence track. And I'm going to play the Boon of Reimagining. And I'm going to play Shape the Self Anew. Yeah, that will work. That's going to cost me 1 energy because of Boon of Reimagining, and now we're going to come over here to the toad. The toad is going to get 2 energy, and I'm going to gain either a moon, an air, or a plant. I don't know what I want yet. We will see. I'm probably going to end up taking a moon. I'm going to put a presence on the board, range 4 from where I already have presence, into an inland land. I will put this here in 4. Now I'm going to play 2 card plays. I get 1 energy from the presence track. I'm going to play Softly Beckon Ever Inward, and I'm going to play Perils of the Deepest Island. That's going to cost me all 3 of my energy. If I do an element check, I have 2 moon, 1 air, 1 animal, but that's not going to matter. I have 1 plant. I'm going to give myself a second plant. And that's going to give me the second level of Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams, and the second level of Never Heard From Again. Now note, I do not have the first level, but that's fine. I can go top to bottom, and as long as I can do the second level, I can absolutely carry that out, even though I did not have the elemental threshold for level number 1. Checking the comments. King Nothing First. Can you bank the elements you get from Lore's third growth option? Can you bank? No. The only element you can bank in this game in general, at least at this point, with the current iteration of 24 spirits that we have, the only elements that you can bank is always going to be from Shifting Memory of Ages. He's the only one that can actually have elemental markers and hold on to them to spend on future turns. I'm going to do all my fast powers. Done. That was exciting. Now we're going to do the Invader steps, right? I have obviously earned no fear cards. So Invader steps, we're going to do a build action in jungles. City. Yikes. City. Yikes. Then we're going to get this disease coming off, and we get a town. Yeah, I forgot that Yeah, that jungle city is a little bit rough right off the bat. And now we're gonna build in wetlands. Oh, my bad. I am. Does it make sense to do that? Not really. Wow. I'll hold on to the command beast for now. That's a little bit unfortunate. I could prevent that build, but it's not really advantageous for me because I'm not going to be able to prevent any blight by killing off this thing, and I have other things. I could do that. Yeah, I really don't love it. Now I'm going to hold on to the command beast and try to make it more of a fear generator, but if I stop that build, what does that open up for me? That would let me melt this down, and I could get... Oh, man, this going to be a city right off the bat is... no, I guess that just put a town, right? Yeah, I already built in all the wetlands or in all the jungles. I haven't built in wetlands yet. Do I want to stop this build? This is the $1 million question. I still have a source everywhere. I'm not getting rid of sources by dissolving that but I can. All right, I'm of 7 minds here, so let me just do it. I'm going to use the command beast now. I'm going to kill this explorer. So I choose for that beast to do 1 damage. I choose for this beast to do nothing. I can push him somewhere adjacent. Sure, I'll push him over here. I can choose for this beast to do a fear, do 1 damage. I'll get a fear, and that's all I've got. All right, so that was during a fast phase. I've absolutely used that. I prevented 1 build. Might have not been the greatest idea, but I'm already worried. I'm already worried, people. So I think it just made sense. Let me kind of try to simplify Lore's board a little bit. Now I'm going to finish with the build steps. So I did have a fast action. I was just lying. So we're going to get a city here. We're going to get a town here. And we're going to get a town over here. We're going to do the explore step. It is not coastal lands for once. So on both boards, I'm going to add a town to a land that does not have a town. I will add a town to a land that doesn't have a town in 2. I'll put a town there, and I'll add a town to a land that doesn't have a town on 2. And that's fine. And now we explore into sand. So 1, 2, 3. and 4. Now I do have a slow power over here, sidereal guidance. That is my only innate. I can gather an explorer or a Dahan from one land, so I can't prevent either the build in 6 or the build in 1. Invader cards are going to advance. I'm going to do a few things with lore. So I'm going to target a land, 1 away. The land has to have invaders. I'm going to replace a town with 2 explorers because I have level 2. So yoink, that goes away. And I'm going to bring 2 explorers into land 4. I'm going to now do softly beckon ever inward. I'm going to gather 2 explorers. I'm not preventing any. Oh, I can prevent a build this way. So 1. And that ravage isn't going to matter. That ravage isn't going to matter. So 1 and 2. I'm going to then gather 2 towns. I'll gather this town, 1. I'll gather this town, 2. I can gather 2 beasts. I'll gather this beast and this beast. And I can gather 2 Dahan. I won't. Well, I should have done this first. If I can get a defend power in 3, I'll leave those Dahan. Otherwise, I'll move them to save them from utter destruction. So let me do this. I'm doing shape the self anew. I'm gaining a minor power. I do want something that has plants. Ooh, defense 6. Ooh, well, I need a sacred site, but that's really strong. That's just really strong. So I can prevent the ravage there and there. That'd be an issue, but that isn't the worst. Sure. So I'll leave those Dahan there. I'll leave this Dahan there. I will prevent the ravage there. So that will work. So yeah, I won't gather any Dahan. It's up to you. I don't have to do the whole thing. I'm going to take the Nature's Resilience card. It has a plant. Plants make me happy. Doesn't have a moon, but I think that will be fine. I can play those 2. The question is, do I want to forget Shape the Self anew just to get an energy boon of 3 energy? I'm tempted. It also might be good to have a card I can throw away later. I will not forget Shape the Self anew. I'll just hold on to it for now. All right, and now we have, so I did Shape the Self anew, then I did Softly Beckon Ever Inward. Now I'm going to do Never Heard From Again. I'm going to I'm going to target a land that has my presence. I'm going to destroy up to 2 explorers per Badlands, Beast, Disease, or Wilds. I'm going to destroy these 4 explorers. I get a fear because I destroyed at least 1 explorer, and let me stop putting the explorers in there because we're going to need them. So I'll just put a big pile here. All right, now I can target a land that has my presence, and I'm going to get a fear off the top, and we're going to add a Badlands. I will do it here because why the heck not? I can target a land within 1 and add a beast. It's one argument to not have done this thing, but I've done a lot of things to clean out the inland for Lore's board. So I think that was the right move. Getting rid of that explorer just really simplified some things. I will add this beast here. So I just want to load that up with tokens and then push 2 Dahan. I have no Dahan to push. Ooh. Oh, that's even better. I could have gathered this Dahan, and then with this power, I could push it in here, knowing I'm going to defend 6 in land 3 next turn. I really like that. All right, that will wipe out 3 and really should help. Now I'm going to do Boon of Reimagining. I can target any. I can target any spirit. I'm going to target Lore. Lore's going to forget a card. I don't love Gift of the Untamed Wild in this specific matchup. I just found it not that useful to get a wild somewhere. It just wasn't really working. The game's too short. So now I'm going to forget a card. I'm going to look at 6 minor powers, and I get to keep 2. Okay, really like moon and air. I love moon and air. That's amazing. Ooh, bird's cry warning could be useful. That's got huge range. Quicken your struggles, I don't think is going to be that useful. It's range 0, so let me kind of rule that out. Cycles of time and tide is normally amazing. I really like moon and air. I really like moon and air. This has moon and air, so I'm going to definitely keep that. And we have dry wood explodes and smoldering splinters. Target land range 0, and the target land cannot be a wetlands. I don't think that's all that useful for lore. Bird's cry warning, I still like. Swarming wasps lets me add a beast range 1. It has elements that will really help trigger this stuff. Cycle to time and tide, I just don't think it's that useful. It's only targeting coastal lands, and honestly, it's not going to be the greatest. Bird's cry warning. The next time Dahan would be destroyed. Destroy 2 fewer, range 3. Oh, that could do some magical stuff there. Am I using Dahan that much, though? Or just add a beast. And the target line has a beast. Push up to 2 explorers. I'll take... I will take... Oh, the pain. Some good choices. I'll take Swarming Wasps. I mean, I'll get 1 more command beast cards. It could be helpful to have more beast. Plus, again, I'm going to want some major powers at some point, so it would be a good card to throw away. Plus, it's 0 cost, so I think that's a little bit better. I guess what I'm asking is if any elements you obtain are bankable. Okay, I thought that was the case, but someone in my playgroup gave me doubts. Much appreciated for clarifying. No problem. Lore is like a landlord evicting people from their homes. Yup. Yep, he is. All right. Sidereal Guidance. I don't have range to 1, so I just have range to 6. So I'm just going to gather this dude, and I'll gather him here, and at least that'll prevent another build. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna work. I was wondering if I could push a Dahan there to kill that dude. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So the nice thing about just having like 1 explorer in a land is like without events, it's not like there's any chance of it doing an extra damage, right? So there's a predictability that comes with the no events playthrough that is pretty nice. Sorry, coughing in your face. That's what I do. I'm not going to be able to get Shape the Self anew or a Boon of Reimagining. I do like to get that back on round 2, but I think with this defense 6 and Piece of the Nighttime Sky, I'll have to find another way. I'll be able to get cards into Starlight's hands another way in the 3rd round. Plus, I'll get a card draw from Woodseek's Growth and Humans Seek Freedom. Great. So time passes. Nothing needs to heal. We now go to Growth. I'm going to do Starlight first because, that's just the way this is going to go today. I am going to play Piece of the Nighttime Sky and Nature's Resilience. So that's where I'm ending. Let me do Growth first before I actually get there. I'm going to get 1 energy from the Presence track. I'm going to add a Presence. So I'm just putting that there to remind me before I forget. I'm going to add a Presence in a place where I already have Presence. I will add a Presence in land 4. I now am going to get another plant element to give me some card draw because I'm going to be very desperate for cards in about 5 seconds. And we're going to have 2 more growth options. I'm going to get an energy because who doesn't like energy? And I will take this Reclaim 1 because I don't need to move Presence. I will take back Boon of Reimagining, which could be great for next turn. And this is my hand of cards. I'll just put that up there. These are cards on my discard. Hopefully I don't get that confused at some point, which I almost am guaranteed to do. All right, so I'm going to put an energy on there, energy on there. We're done with the growth and the presence portion of what Starlight's doing. We go over here to lore. Lore is going to lose this plant for this turn. He could obviously gain it back. I have 2 cards. Tempted to do a card draw, although I think I'm really going to want a moon. I would like to eliminate sources to 8, and generating a ton of fear wouldn't be terrible. If I get a presence there, I can push that guy out of there, which would be good. We'll get a blight in 2, but that just is what it is. Hopefully we avoid the coastal lands card this game, and that would make life a little bit easier. 1 damage per, 2 fear, delusions. Man, do I do top track? I've been doing bottom track, and I'm not sure that's great for lore. Getting up to here in 3 plant, you get a major, but you're really just not triggering those innates. All right, either way, I'm gonna get another moon. I want to dissolve something because it's what I do. I'm lore, so I get 2 energy from that growth option, and I'm gonna get myself a moon for sure. And I'm definitely playing Delusions of Danger. The question is, do I want to bother killing this? Do I want to bother killing all that stuff in 4? It's not exploring it to 8 anyway. I could always kill it later. Don't think it makes much sense to go nuts there right now. And I'm not going to have 2 plants anyway, so I'm not going to be able to do that anyway. So I think I'll just play Swarming Wasps. I'll save myself some energy. I'm going to get 1 energy from the presence track. Again, I'm set up to do a lot of destruction in 4 at some point. I don't think I'm not going to get a fear card out of this because I'm not going to use this for fear. I'm definitely going to push that guy. I don't want that to build. So there's really no point to play Swallowed by the Wilderness as much as we all love it. The question is, where am I adding this presence from? 3 plant and 3 money is so nice. Get the 2 energy, start getting some majors. Yeah, I think I top track it. Get up to 3 plant, 3 money. We get the moon from there. I have to reclaim a little bit less often so I can keep adding presents. All right, we're trying something new. So I'm going to get the 2 presents from the presence track because I'm going to take this from the top track. I can add this to a land 4 away. Within 4 of where I have presents, I'm going to put it in 5. Fast powers. I'm pushing this sucker into 2. And then Swarming Wasp. I can target a land 1 away that doesn't. Ooh, I could get the fear that way. I can target land. No, target land does not have a beast. Never mind. So I'm going to push this here. And then I'm going to add a beast. I'm going to add a beast 1 away from where I have presence. I will add a beast into. Okay, it can't be where Blight is, so I can't put it in 4. I will put this beast into my 5. Because why the heck not? The Swarming Wasps is done. Great. We're going to do defense 6 in land 3. Defense for Starlight. And then Piece of the Nighttime Sky. It is Terra level 1. I'm going to forget this power because, it's an argument to hold on to it, but I would rather prevent some blight for a while. So we're going to have no Ravage there, no Ravage there. Again, you can repeat this power if you do. Forget this power card and gain a moon. There's no point for me to even gain the moon because I don't have another moon, so we're not going to get Sidereal Guidance anyway. And now I'm going to be able to gather an Explorer or a Dahan at the end of this turn, 1 away from where I have presence. So checking the comments, nothing new. And that is all of my fast powers. Let me do my element check for my innates. I have the 2nd level of Forsake Society to chase after dreams again. So Lore's board's looking pretty good. So hopefully that will keep up. So I only have the 3 fear. And now we're going to do the Ravage steps. So we have Ravaging 5 here, retaliating, wiping out the city and this town. That's 3 fear. Done. We're not Ravaging here. We're not Ravaging here. We ravaged in 4, it only ravaged 1, no big deal. We're going to ravage in 8, that's going to be a blight. It's going to injure one Dahan, kill the other. And then the surviving Dahan is going to fight back, kill that town, that's a fear. And now there's 3 more places to ravage here. Nothing to ravage in 7. We're ravaging in 5. Injures that Dahan, fights back, kills that explorer. And we are going to get a blight in land 2. We're going to do a build step. We're building on sands. Nothing to build on either of the sands on Lore's board. We're going to get a town in land 1 on Starlight's board. And now we explore. Again, missed not coastal lands again, which makes me happy. We get to put a town in a land that does not have a town. There's one argument for me to have put the to destroyed everything in 4, so I could have had a place to put a town this turn, but I'm not that worried about that. Remember, I can just dissolve this sucker anyway, so I'll put it here, and I'll put it in here on land 3, because all the Dahan are there, which is nice. And now we're going to explore into mountains. So we get an explorer in 2. We get an explorer in 5. No source in 6. Oh, no. I'm going to put this in 7. No source in 6. We get an explorer in 4. Preventing sources on round 2 is very, very strong. Yeah, Lore's Wood's looking very good. So maybe he actually can get over there and help out Starlight. Now, again, we have the 3 plants. I got the 2 on my board. I got the 1 there. So I'm going to get a minor power. I want to give another power card to you. Let me think. What am I doing next turn with... Well, I have 2 power cards. What am I doing? Tempted to give this power card to Lore. What's happening here? We can reclaim 1. We'd have these 2 cards. We'll have 3 card plays. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Lore. I think that's right. Do I get a major already? I'll get 2 plus 2. Get rid of swarming wasps. It's not that great. Let me do Forsake Society. So I'm going to dissolve something. I want to dissolve... this town. So that becomes 2 explorers. And then I'm going to target land 4 with Wood Seeks Growth, Human Seek Freedom. I'm going to get a major power with Lore. I'm going all sorts of crazy today, kids. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Woo! Some of these are really good. So we have Infestation of Venomous Spiders. 2 away from you have a Sacred Site. Add a beast, gather a beast for each beast. 1 fear, and invaders get 1 action at target land. It has an air, a earth, a plant, and an animal tag. If I have 2 air, 2 earth, and 3 animal tags, we get 4 damage every time we activate that thing. The land thrashes in furious pain. 2 damage per Badlands. 2 per blight in a land, 1 damage per blight in adjacent lands. It has a moon, which I really like. If you have 3 and 3, repeat in an adjacent land. Unleash the torrent of the self's own essence. Gain 4 energy. You may forget a power card to gain 4 more energy. Pay X energy to pay X energy to deal X damage in a land at 0. Not great for Lore. If I have 2 and 3, I can do both. Or 2 damage per Dahan in a target land. You may push 2 Dahan if you do. In land, you push Dahan, do 2 damage per Dahan. Oof. Again, I'm not really set up to move a lot of Dahan. Infestation of various venomous spiders is really good. But the Land Thrashes and Furious Pain is also really good. It's got a lot of range. And I just don't think I'm going to be able to do much to get those Dahan where I want them to use Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. So these two are out. Infestation of Venomous Spiders or the Land Thrashes. I just think the ability to cause damage, I don't know if I'm going to get another Earth tag. So doing that 4 damage every time you skip an action is nice. I just don't know if it's going to be realistic. But I have the beasts. Oof. Definitely have the beasts. This will let me wipe out a city next turn. And give me a moon. I think that's gonna win. Just that extra moon is gonna allow me to do my my thing here. But Furious Spiders has. I can't decide. What does the chat want me to do? Someone tell me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like totally of 2 minds here. Well, I get this moon here. Oh, that's nice. If I can get another card with an Earth, man, I'll tell you what, Infestation is gonna be bananas. All right, convince myself. Since I'm gonna get the moon from there, and this is gonna give me the plant, I think that is the winner, and I'm gonna forget Swarming Wasps. Okay, we'll see. All my slow powers are done. These go away. This goes here. This goes here. Growth, or time passes, you heal, you heal. I can't do much about that. So that might blight. All right. Well, lore is going to be simpler this time. So lore is going to get 2 energy and is going to have an element of his choice. He's going to get 2 energy from the presence track, element of his choice out of air, moon, or plant. And then I could add a presence to an inland land. I'm going to go from top track to get myself a moon. I'm going to change out those 3 for a 3er, 1 and 1. So being able to get the cards from Starlight has really helped Lore's economy a lot. Oh, I'm going to have to make this a moon. So now I'm going to have the 2 moons. I will have the 2nd level of this. And I'm going to get the 2nd level of this. And when I get the plant, I'll have the 1st level too, which means I can start adding some Badlands around. I'm going to make myself a Sacred Site here. It's going to make Infestation a lot more powerful. Great. Starlight. Starlight's pick 3. Starlight's going to regain a card. I'm going to gain 1 of these 2. I'm going to gain Shape the Self anew because Defense 6 doesn't actually help me this turn. Starlight's going to add a presence, range 0. We're going to add this presence to here. And then Starlight's going to shift the presence somewhere. We'll shift this presence here, and that'll give me ability to defend 6 on any coastal land in the future. We're going to have these 3 card plays. I'm going to get 1 energy from the presence track, and we'll just do up energy there. I'm going to probably forget Shape the Self anew this turn. That's going to give me another power card. Though I have no That's fine. I'm not going to have this ability this turn. I do have 3 moons. I will have this ability, my sidereal guidance. If I had a 4th moon, I could gain a major instead of a minor. That's just not going to happen. But if I forget this, I get the energy. I have nature's resilience. So I'm still going to get a power card. Boon of Reimagining is interesting. I might actually forget a power card with lore again. Oh, when I targeted lore before, lore should have gained an energy. Yeah, so if you target another spirit, they gain an energy, and I'm almost positive I didn't do that. I'm almost positive. I mean, if I get a crappy card shaped itself anew, maybe I just forget it and I target myself. That wouldn't be the worst idea. These are out of the game. So yeah, if I get a crappy minor power, I forget this as I get the re-energy, and then I forget whatever minor power I get, and then I get 2 more minor powers. That's an interesting combination. I basically get 2 cards and 3 energy, and I'd be set up pretty well for next turn. And I'm still chilling here with nature's resilience. No, I am not. I did not reclaim that. Right. I reclaimed Shape the Self anew. Right. So nature's resilience is out. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And gather to scatter a light of stars. That will give me the ability to reclaim stuff. Or keep this. I forget gather to scatter light. I played these 3 cards. Instead, I only have level 1 of Sidereal Guidance. I have level 1 of Woodseek's Growth. Oh, but I wouldn't have been able to reclaim both of those, so that wouldn't work. Yeah, because that's not. This is in my discard pile, not in my hand. Because these were in my discard pile. I reclaimed this one. That makes sense. But I'm still tempted to not play Gather to Scatter Light of Stars so I can forget it instead of reclaiming. And then I wouldn't really need 3 card plays. So if I don't get 3 card plays, I can work toward getting 2 damage at range 0, which gives me a little bit more flexibility. Get this, I end up with 3 new cards, or I work toward getting to the reclaim all my cards, which is also very strong. Let me do that. So I'm not playing 3 cards this turn. There's no point. And I'll just use this to forget so I can target myself with Boon of Reimagining. Again, it has to be in your hand or discard, and I get an energy for uncovering where that presence is. Starlight is an incredible puzzle. This is in my hand. I've never played it. This is in my discard. All right, yeah, because I reclaimed that the first turn. I reclaimed this turn. Those are my 2 card plays for this turn. I feel pretty strong about that. So, infestation of venomous spiders. Where do I want to stop actions? 2 away from where I have presence. I need a sacred site. I cannot reach 1. I can prevent the building of a town there, which I like. The disease is going to prevent a building of a town there. And I just need that other earth to start piling on some damage in the future. So I'm going to add a beast within range 2 of where I have a sacred site. I'm adding a beast there. And then for each beast, I get a fear. That's my first fear card. We got there. And we're going to skip 1 action in land 5. All right. We're now going to target land 4 on my board, on Lore's board. I'm going to get 2 fear off the top. I'm going to do 1 damage per token there, max 5. So there's 4 tokens. One's the Badlands, though, so that's going to be 5 damage. So I'm going to wipe out both of these towns and one of these explorers. That's another 2 fear. So that was 4 fear right there. The rest of my powers are slow. My powers over here, I went back and forth. So I just have level 1 of sidereal guidance. I do not have wood seeks growth or human seek freedom. Spider, says David. Yeah. That's what I did. Look at me. All right. We're now going to go to the invader phase. So there's no blighted island effect. There's no event card because, no events. And now we have our first fear card. Dahan Enheartened. Each player may push 1 Dahan from a land with invaders or gather 1 Dahan into a land with invaders. I'm about to defend 6 there next turn. So I'm going to gather 2 Dahan into here. That makes me happy. We're now ravaging. We're going to put a blight in land 1. It's the only land that's ravaging. We're building on mountains. Disease comes off land 2. We're skipping the build action in land 5. If I had 1 more earth, we'd do 4 damage. We're doing a build action in land 4. There's nothing to build in land 6. We're exploring. We avoided coastal lands altogether. Fantastic. We are going to put a town in a land that does not have a town, and we're exploring into jungles. So I'm going to have a source everywhere, so there's no need to be super fancy here. Super fancy. I'm going to put a town here. I'm just going to... just gonna dissolve it. So that's fine. I'm reclaiming cards. I'll have this back. Should be okay. And then I'm going to put a town here. Again, it's close to lore. Lore can do some lore things. We're going to get an explorer here, an explorer here, an explorer here, and an explorer here. So land 2 is obviously a little bit of a problem on lore's board. These suckers move over. We get our second command beast card because we're already in stage 3. This is nutty. All right. I definitely don't want more cities on lore's board. It's a problem. So I'm going to replace this. Yeah, not doing enough damage yet. I'm going to replace this town with 2 explorers and suck them in here. 1 and 2. And then never heard from again. I'm going to destroy these 4 explorers. And that generates a fear. So lore is done. Those elements were very nice. Now we go to Starlight. Starlight's going to gain a minor power. Probably forget that card immediately. Or forget this card to get the 3 energy. So we have something with an earth. Oh, growth through sacrifice. Oh boy. Sidereal guidance. There's already a town there. Yeah, I added the... So I'm looking where sidereal guidance is. I think that's right. All right. Yeah, how do I not take growth through sacrifice? How do I not take growth through sacrifice? I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but I just can't. So you have Carapace land. That defense 3 could be useful. I already have a defense 6 though. Pact of the Joint Hunt. Target here gathers 1 Dahan into one of their lands. 1 damage in that land per Dahan present. And then drift down to the slumber. Defend 1. I mean, this is just hitting me both on the moon and on the earth. And it gives me 2 wetlands, 2 water where I can remove a presence. So I'm going to take growth through sacrifice. I'm forgetting shape to self anew. That's going to give me 3 energy. I'm now going to do Boon of Reimagining. I'm going to forget Gather the Scattered Light of Stars. And that's going to let me look at 6 minor powers and keep 2. There's no reason to give that to lore. Clearly, Starlight's in a little more trouble right now. So we have Gift of Nature's Connection. Target spirit gains either 2 energy or 2 of a single element. Call the Dahan Ways. Replace 1 explorer with a Dahan. Oof. Instead, you may replace a town with a Dahan. Just let me looking at matching up elements. If I can get a bunch of fire, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Especially I get that element there. Oof. Yeah, I think I definitely take the fire. 2 damage, range 1. Strong and constant currents. Not sure I love that. Defend 4. Push, defend 2. Fast powers are good. I don't have really any though. If I get another water, I can do that. You do both. Push. To an adjacent. Very slow on fear right now. Defense 6, it's ravaging 7. I think I take strong and constant currents. It's going to give me some possibilities. And then if I get an earth there too. Ooh. I can remove blight with that. Have to get a presence in there. All right, I'm going to take these 3. 2 damage, range 0. These 4 go out. The defend 4 is tempting, but I need to start racking up some damage here. This goes on my discard pile. I still have Sidereal Guidance. So I would have done this before I got rid of... I would have had to do this before I got rid of the Shape to Self Anew. So, pretend. So what would I wanted to push? I would have wanted to push... I could have done Shape to Self Anew first. Yeah, there's no obvious place to push anyway. Right, because technically I shouldn't have seen my cards before I did Sidereal Guidance. Because I would have had to forget. Right, so there's no way to make that work. So I will just ignore Sidereal Guidance just for be completely on the up and up here. Because it matters, people. Jason goes to land, defense 6. That should work. All right, next round. Time passes, nothing needs to heal. This comes off 3, 1, and 1. Oh, I can't add a presence. Ugh. Yeah, it's not great. This is ravaging 2. It's fine. Reclaiming cards, getting an energy. We're going to do this. Get 2 energy, 2 energy from the presence track. I have 2 card plays. Not sure what I want to do yet. I definitely want to... I think I need to gather a bunch of stuff back at the 4. And venomous spiders. Do I try to get... No, I think I want those elements. Oh, that's the problem. I did not have Woodseek's Growth. I'm going to give up another power card to Lore this turn, and hopefully it has an Earth. So I'll hold on to Venomous Spiders, which I do think... Oh, maybe I just do that to prevent any craziness in 4. Prevent the building in 5. Yeah, I like all of that. Remember, I have this Command Beast thing over here. And I can generate some extra fear, too. Alright, so I'm not worried about 4 as much. I will use Air to Deepest Perils. Deepest Perils. I could just push that dude. No, he's gonna die anyway. Yeah, I'll do Deepest Perils. I'm gonna get a plant. Let me start changing some of these suckers up. This goes here, here. So I have the second level of this again, second level of this. Close to the third level, just not quite there. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to get a plant. I'm not going to get the second level. Never heard from again. Who cares? But I will get the third level of Forsake Society. That's a lot stronger. Very much a lot stronger. All right, Starlight, what's going on? We're going to add a presence. Bottom track to a land where I already have presence. I'm going to reclaim a card. I'm going to reclaim Nature's Resilience. I have 3 card plays now. And then I'm going to move a presence. I'm going to move a presence from 3 into 6 into 3. Probably add a blight in 2, but I kind of like what we're doing. I'm going to play Grow Through Sacrifice, Strong and Constant Currents, and Nature's Resilience. This is still in my hand. I have 2. It just cost me 1 energy, which is bananas. I do have the kicker of both. I have the kicker of Strong and Constant Currents. I do not have the kicker of Grow Through Sacrifice, which is fine, but I do have the kicker of Nature's Resilience. It allows me to remove a blight instead of defending 6, yet not exactly what I'm looking to do. So in the fast power phase, I'm going to use this available command beast. We're destroying this, and I'll just generate a fear there. And I destroyed a town, so it's another fear. All right, so definitely use this very aggressively. Might regret it, but I think that made the most sense. We're now going to also defend 6 and land 2, 1 away from where I have a sacred site. We're going to destroy one of my presents. Element check. I do have 3 of these. Get. Wow. So destroy a presence. Lets me add a presence to one of my lands. I did not get the other fire, but I needed to play those 3 cards. So I'll worry about the fire in a second. Do I want to play the water, or do I want to make this a fire? I'm going to want to make this a fire. So I'm going to add a presence from there. Do I worry about that element yet? I'm going to need to reclaim cards of this. So yeah, I'm going to unlock that. I'll add this presence here. I don't have the 2 wetlands, so I cannot do 2 sun, so I did not do both. I'm going to make this element of fire. So it's going to let me do, once I have 2 cards of fire on it, I can do fire, burns, water, soothes, which will let me do 1 fear and 2 damage at range 1 from a sacred site. Do I want to do that there? No, I'll do it. I'll remove the presence and just add the presence right back there, which is fine. So growth through sacrifice is done. And now stronger constant currents. Target land is 0. So target land has to be a place where I have presence on the coast. I'm going to push this town here to prevent the city build. It has to go to an adjacent coastal land, which isn't ideal, but that's fine. And then move up to 2 Dahan between target coastal land and 1 other coastal land. I'm going to take these 2 Dahan from here because they're not doing anything and move them over here. That's totally legit. Again, oh, never mind. It's not legit. This is neither one of those are target land. This was target land. So I'm going to take these 2 from target land at any other coastal land, and now I have 8 Dahan there. So it's ravaging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Defended 6. I'm going to lose 1, then retaliate 3, and maybe I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any. Yeah, I'm not getting any fast fear, but I think that will make a lot of sense, and then I'll be able to gain a power card at the end of this. I might give it to lore. I probably will give it to lore, to be honest. Although I do want to start getting majors with Starlight over here. But lore's got all the money, so it's tough. Do I have to pay anything? Nope, we're good with payment. That's unlocked. Since I've unlocked this 3rd line, I have to close off one of those 2 options. I'm going to close this off, and I just want to have the option to reclaim cards. That seems like a stronger play. So we're going to go to the Invader steps. I have not earned a fear card. So again, I've only generated in this entire game so far 15 fear, which isn't great. So we're, getting through that fear deck is going to be very, very hard. But you're saying there's a chance. If I can get another Earth, I should be able to start stacking that up pretty quick. So hopefully this card draw here gives me an Earth. So we are going to, I'll have the rest of those elements pretty easy. So we're doing the Ravage action. We're placing a Blight here. 1 Dahan is defeated. And again, it was worth pushing that town from there. I wanted to prevent that city. So now we're doing 6 damage. I'm wiping out the town and the city. 3 fear. So that's going to be our 2nd fear card. So we're 2 fear cards away from terror level 2. We're ravaging here. There's a reason why I didn't do damage to that beast. I just generated the fear because invaders were there. That's going to retaliate, wipe that dude out. No more ravaging anywhere on the board. We're going to do a build action. We're building a town here. We're building a town here. And we're building a town here. Nothing to build in my land 5. And now we're exploring. We're exploring 2 land types. Sands. So we get a source here, source here, source here, source here on board E. Only a source here and a source here on board F. Invader cards advance. I'm going to do a couple of things. So both of these need to target the inland, so that's a little bit of a problem, but let's make it work. I'm going to do softly beckon ever inward. I'm going to gather 2 explorers. 2 towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to skip all steps there anyway. 2 towns. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Up to 2 beasts. I don't want to gather beast. Up to 2 Dahan. He's going to ravage and die. Don't want to gather any Dahan. That will work. All right, I'm going to let me start tackling these cities. I'm going to dissolve or Before I gathered that town, I would have done Forsake Society. I'm going to turn that city into 3 explorers, and since there had been a town left over there, I get a fear because there was still a structure. I don't have the 2 earth though, so I cannot do what I want to do and just suck all those guys up from never heard from again. But I'm going to play Spotted by the Wilderness as a fast power next turn, so all those suckers are going to not live very long. And to make sure of that, I'm going to generate a fear. I'm going to add a beast, or I add a Badlands here. That's my 5th token there, so I'm not going to add any more. I can add a beast within range 1, and that does not have to be on an inland land. I'll add a beast here. And then I'm going to push up to 2 Dahan. There are no Dahan there, so it's a non-starter. I'm going to choose a spirit to give them a power. Please give me an earth. Is there an earth? No. Is there an earth? Yes. I don't care what the rest of the card is. 1 card with an earth. It's not even worth looking at the rest of them. Out. So that was using Wood Seeks Growth, Human Seek Freedom. Fantastic. These cards are out. These cards are out. Again, I could have done both for Strong Constant Currents because I had those 2 water. These go on my discard. And we're good. Time passes. Anything need to heal? Yes, you need to heal. These will come off. Checking the comments. Shouldn't land 1 on Lord's Board be explored? Yes, F1 should be explored. Yes, it should be. Thank you. I mean, not thank you, but yeah, it's fine. Let me check these elements. 2, 2. I'm not gonna have the. I'm not gonna have the 3rd animal. I should have done bottom track. No, I need it. I kept needing that moon. I'm not gonna have the 3rd animal, so I'm not gonna be able to do damage yet with Infestation, but it's pretty darn strong. But it just means I'm not gonna play Steam Vents, but I'll have Steam Vents for the future because I am gonna need to start doing major damage in the future. All right, so I'm going to unlock this plant because I want it. And well, so growth options. I'm going to get 2 energy. I'm going to get an element of my choice. I'm going to get this off the top track. I get 3 energy from the presence track. It's going to give me another plant. And this is going to go range 3. Let me start getting stuff in this dude's board. What's your name? What's your name? Starlight's board. So 4, 1. Yeah, that will work. I'm going to make my extra element a moon. Overall, I have the 2nd level of Forsake Society. I have the 1st and 2nd level of Never Heard From Again. We go to Starlight's board. I think Starlight is just gonna want to go up this energy track. Well, that damage too is super nice. First, we're reclaiming, so I have all my cards. Grow through sacrifice. I can just keep spamming that. That's sick. 2nd, I'm going to add a presence. I will go from here, and I will add it here. And then 3rd, I'm going to move a presence. I'm going to get 2 energy from the presence track. Gives me another element. Yeah, I think that will make a lot of sense. If I get to the 4 energy a turn, I already have 3 card plays. Playing this and this. Is defending 6 going to help me anywhere? Nope. No, it is not. I'll move this presence here. And again, if I can just prevent cities, I think that will be good. That's fine. It will do. So I'm going to spend $1 there. Element check. I have now this. I have fire burns, water soothes, and I have wood seeks growth, humans seek freedom. I get a major actually with Starlight over here. Get rid of Boon and Reimagining. It's not doing much for me. The fear generations has been too slow. All right, we're going to destroy a presence. We're going to add a presence. I'm going to get myself. Ooh. I don't think the sun makes sense. Blight's not been my issue. If I gain this element during the card, I think I can actually use it. Maybe because then I can prevent myself from going Blighted Island. I think that will work. So if I do this now, because you go top to bottom, destroy one of your presents, and then I could choose. I choose to add a presence to one of my lands. That immediately gives me an element, and then by continuing down, it's like, I think now you check the element, the threshold. Oh, I have to sun. I think I can do both. Someone can check me on that, but then I would remove that there, and we just stay healthy. Actually, I would move it from here. I think it becomes immediately available at the, because I think I have to, after revealing, that element is permanent constantly available. I'm pretty sure you read top to bottom, so I think I can get that in the middle of that. That explorer's gonna ruin everything. Yeah, this explorer is the worst. Nah, I ain't too worried about him. All right, someone could check me on that. Let me know if that's not right. Strong and constant currents. I'm going to push this to an adjacent land. And then I can push 2 Dahan from a land to another land. I'll push 2 Dahan between another coastal land and target land. I actually will take them from here because why the heck not? Because that is now target land, so that was legit this time. Unlike last time. All right, we are going to do the fast powers for our friend Lore over here. So Lore is generating 2 fear off the top. Lore is doing 1 damage per token, plus 2 because 2 of those are badlands, so 7 damage. So 2 explore, 2 towns out, 3 explorers out. That's 2 more fear. And that's another fear card. We're still not in terror level 2, which is bananas. I'm going to do infestation of venomous spiders, targeting land 2. I'm adding a beast. I can gather a beast. And I'm going to get 3 fear off the top, and I'm going to be able to skip 3 actions. And I'll just put a marker there to indicate that we're skipping 3 actions. I think it works like that from the memory spirit. It becomes available and you can use it. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, the board looks fine. The problem is the tempo is just too fast. very, very fast. I don't have a reclaim ones up there. That's not amazing. I wonder if I should use Grow Through Sacrifice on lore so I can reclaim infestation. But I mean, honestly, if I just get into a mini, well, then I'm not going to be able to add presence. Ah, that's not great. I don't think we're getting the 3-card plays with lore anytime soon. But I'm gonna need to start unlocking that stuff. What is it? Air, animal. I think it's still more important to prevent Blighted Island. All right. Well, I made my decision. Let's stick with it. So my first, I have 2 fear cards. Number 1, Panic. Add a blight in a land with beast, disease, or Dahan. Or not a blight, a strife. Adding a blight from a fear card would be really brutal. I will add a strife. None of this matters. I'll add 2 strife here. 1 and 2. Second fear card, we have Dahan Threaten. Each player adds a strife in a land with Dahan. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Just garbage. Garbage. Sure, I'll add a strife here. And another strife there, because what else am I gonna do? Again, not really Dahan users here. I'm a beast user, but there was no good place to put the strife that was gonna be super helpful. For averaging, we get a blight here. This is injured, fights back. Building. Skipping the build action. We skip the ravage action, so there's one more action we can skip. We're building here. It's a city. Rough. We're building a town here, a town here, and a town here. We're going to explore. It's not jungle, so no more skipping actions over here. We're going to get an explore in all the sand. So 1, 2, and 3. There's no source in my 8. And then mountains. There is a source on my 6 now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should have come off last turn. Invader cards advance. So running out of turns. We literally only have 2 more slow phases and 3 more fast phases. All right. I don't want cities to build. So that will work. I am going to turn this into 2 explorers and suck them into 5. And I'll just destroy 2 explorers there. Nope. That's going to build. That's going to ravage. Well, I could ignore them during ravage. That's fine. I'll destroy these 3 explorers. That gives me a fear. Oh, and I could add a Badlands. I'll leave these 3 explorers there. I got the fear already. That's legit. But I'll destroy these. I'll add a Badlands there and destroy those 2 explorers. Because I have the 1 fire and the 3 plant. Rouse the trees and stones. I'm going to target land 1. I get a fear. I'm going to do 2 damage. Get a fear. Actually, I'll do that in line 6. I have a Sacred Setting, so and I push an Explorer. I'll push it here. And then I have fire burns, water soothes. I'm going to get a fear off the top, do 2 damage. I'll do it here. Get another fear. And then I'm going to gain a major. I have the energy, so I think it's time. Yep. Give me 17 damage, please. So I'm going to target myself, get a major power. We have grant hatred of ravenous form for each strife and blight in target land, 1 fear and 2 damage. It destroys all invaders in target land at a beast. If I have 4 moon and 3 2 fire, 1 strife in each adjacent land. Smothering infestation, add a disease. If target land is a jungle or a wetland, 2 damage, 2 fear and 3 damage. If I have 2 and 2 plus 1 damage to each invader, that kind of works with the elements I have. Ooh, cast down at the briny deep. Only targets a coastal land. I need a sacred site within 1. That's going to be tough. I could just eliminate an entire board. Ooh. Now you're talking. Extreme times, kids. I'm not far away from those elements. Uh, 3. No more magical elements coming by. I'm going to be maxed out of 3 card plays. I could get a 4th card play. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to be able to get the 4 water. I'm not going to be able to get the 4 water and the 4 earth. That is hella tempting. Oof. It's so expensive. Oh, cast. I mean, I would think I can get everything else. Just getting the 4 water 4 earth combo would be kind of insane the way I built this. Bargains of power protection is useless. Remove one of your island from the game. Setting another reminder card. From each of your Dahan within 1 of your presence device defend 1, you gain 1 less energy each turn. If I have 3 and 3, the presence comes from your track. Ooh. Alright, maybe that's actually not crazy. It's fast. It would give me hella defend everywhere. Comes from my track. If I have 3, 2, and 2, which is doable. This is a slow power, that's a problem. Blight Cascade, Blight Cascade. If I go Blight of the Island, it's not a huge deal. There's no other slow powers, right? Yeah, so that's gonna heal. 6 fear is nice. We're not even at terror level 2 yet. I mean, it's 41 fear left. Oof. Yeah. Oh, that's so sick. I got this earlier. I could have definitely built toward that. I think I do bargains of power and protection. Just cast down the Briny Deep. The only reason I would get it is to try to wipe everything out there. And I don't think it's gonna work. Although I could do it in the slow power next turn, wipe out everything. Then maybe I get infestations work, but infestations is a problem now because that's not going to be skipping actions. So infestations has been helpful to keep me alive, but not actually great to do what I want to do. Smother infestation. It's also slow. Oh, these are not great, kids. For each strife and blight. Yeah, cast down is just not going to work, which is really unfortunate. All right, well, smothering infestation. I'm so close in those elements. But not meant to be. There's no more elements that come from the board, so it is what it is, and I'm going to forget Boon of Reimagining. Wetlands. Yeah, we're good. All right, all this comes off. These come over here. Got excited for a second. I've actually never done the Briny Deep thing. This would have been a fun thing to do live. It becomes available and you can use it. David, I couldn't find anything in the wiki, but pretty sure you did it correctly. And Hansi251 says, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. All right. Well, it's not looking good. We're surviving, but we are not thriving. So it's a difference, kids. We are going to have to keep digging for power cards. I think I have to. I mean, Venomous Spiders isn't going to do anything for me. I'm not sure the elements are going to do much for me right now. So I'm going to gain a power card, give me a major. I would like to do 7,000 damage. All right, wrap in Wings of Sunlight. Move up to 5 Dahan from target land to any land. Defend 5. If you have 2/2/2, first gather up to 3 Dahan. Blazing Renewal. Target spirit places up to 2 of their destroyed presence into a single land. Up to 2 away from your presence. If anything was returned, 2 damage to each city and town of that land. And then if I have 3/3/2 plus 4 damage, that's enticing. Vanish softly away. Yeah, it's interesting. In any 2 lands with 4 or more invaders, remove 1 invader. Remove an invader and 1 explorer town to remove all damaged invaders. Adversary scenarios to prevent altar removal do not affect this power. Abominable claim. Add 1 presence to target land, even if you could not due to normal land type. 2 and 3. 3 fear invaders are present. Oh, all these are pretty sick. I'm not gonna have the 3/3/2 to really make this super useful. I need generate 7,000 fear, and none of this is doing that. Will I have the 2/2/2? Could get the 2/2/2, so I can gather 3 Dahan. Move them all here. Defend 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can get to a defend 11. We have no fear cards. No cities are building on my board. There's a city that will build here. I think I risked to defend 11. Man, I wish I could take 2 of these. I wish I could take 2 of them because they're really good. I'm going to get rid of Perils in the Deepest Island. It's not enough time in the game to be worth it. If I get 3 to hunt in there, at least I can. One will die. 3 should survive. They can wipe out those 2 cities. That's 4 fear. All right. They're all good. Blazing Renewal is tempting. It's just not going to be all that helpful for me. And if I defend 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Defending 11 there is actually really smart. Then I can just wipe out everything there. Let this Blight Cascade. We can deal with that in the future. Maybe that's better. Jungles is pretty much going to be a non-issue for the rest of this game. So I forgot a power. I took a major. I'm adding a presence. I'm going to add a presence to land 5. Oh, can I add it somewhere else? I'll add a presence to land 6. At least gives me access to 8 in case that starts to matter. It probably won't. And then I'll play Delusions of Danger simply to get me the 2/2/2 that I need for that. I'm going to get 3 energy from the energy track. Element check, I have 2 and 1. And that's all I've got besides the 2/2/2 there. I'm going to I don't think I can care about that blight. I think I'm just better off generating fear right now. I'm going to reclaim. I can get that back next turn. I'll have the energy to do both of them. And oh, shoot. I'm not going to get 3 card plays. Ah! I messed this up. Skip. Skipping actions is going to be great. Well, I could skip actions in 4 maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Let me make a sacred site there just so I have access to 4 with infestation of venomous spiders. Think I chase fear. So Rapid Wings of Sunlight. I'm gonna gather and if I'm doing venomous spiders there next turn, this is even better. So I'm gonna gather into land 5 on Lore's board. I can move these to any land. I'm gonna move these to land 2, and then I defend 5 in that land. I can move it to 5 to hunt total. I only have 4. So defending. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to defend 6. I am not gonna be able to defend 6. I could be alright actually. Oh man, it's such a bad card. That was a bad draw for Starlight. 3/3. Yeah, I can find a way to defend 6. +1 card play a turn. All right, so that's done. And then I'm just going to use Delusions of Danger just to generate 2 fear card. Terror level 2. We're there. 40 fear left to Terror level 3. I have 3 plays here. I'm going to add a presence. I am going to need to be able to get a way to move a presence. So I'm going to take +1 card play. Sure, why not? I'm going to get 2 energy from this track. I'm going to add a presence from here. I'm going to close this off. I'll add this presence here. And now I'm going to move a presence, and get an extra card play. Gives me a sacred site there. I'm defended 5 there already. I'm going to defend 11 there total before all said and done, so I'll just put the 11 there now. That's a combination of defending 5 from lore plus defending 6 from Starlight. I did not reclaim my cards today. Oof. I had to move 2. Well, it's probably still better to have that option for next turn. Does make Smothering Infestation fairly useless. So 3, 1. I don't have the water. I don't have any of this, unfortunately. I do have this. It's the only thing I've unlocked. We're looking at 3 Blight. Blight on the card. This is fine. I play these. This is my discard. Steam Vents is my draw. This is my hand from last turn. So I have no cards on my draw pile here, and these 3 cards on my discard. Keep this consistent. So we go to the fear card. It is Spreading Timidity. Each player chooses a different land to isolate, also defend 2 in those lands. Well, that's helpful. I'm going to isolate this land and defend 2. That's not the isolate token. This is a crazy, crazy challenge, kids. I don't really care about the rest of it. Isolate. I will defend 2 and isolate. Yeah, none of it matters. Nothing matters. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I'll defend 2 and isolate there. Why not? All right. The jungles are ravaging, so we get 1 blight. Next card, unintended land crumbles. Each invader phase. So this does apply. So each invader phase add a blight to a land adjacent to blight. Spirits may prevent this on any all boards by spending 3 energy or destroying one presence from that board. Not awful. I'm going to have this here just to remind me. It's going to be 8 blight on there. So we're going to have to move 1. I'll move that one. I don't really care about that land. It's going to take care of itself. So just destroy that presence. So 1, 2, 7 left on the card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No more blight coming off this turn because this is defended 2 thanks to the Spreading Timidity. This is defended 11. There's 8 retaliation from the Dahan, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4 fear. 3 left in the card pool, or in the fear pool. So ravaging is done. We're going to build Oh, this ravages over here. The two strifes came in huge, actually, on those two little explorers. This gets injured. Everything retaliates. All the explorers die. This only ravages one. No harm, no foul. We're building. We're going to build a town here. So I'll do sands first. We build a town here. Now we do mountains. We build a town there. We build a town here. We build a town here. We build a city here. Adding a city is not great. Explore. We're exploring into mountains and jungles. Of course we are. So jungle, 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 jungle. Remember, I isolated this mountain, so nothing there. Mountain, mountain, mountain. Invader cards advance. Only one more invader card there. And now we do our slow powers. I'm going to... Man, this is rough. Roughy rough, 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 rough. Do you like my song? I will... turn this into two explorers. They'll come here. I mean, there's only 2 towns left on Lore's board. I mean, it's kind of bananas, but I have a bunch of structures here. I mean, I am thinking about, is there any way I can do a Terra level 2? And I just don't see it happening. We have to gain a power card. I'm going to reclaim all my cards with lightning here. So let me do the rest of this. Oh, this was happened in the fast power phase. I'm going to add a disease to here. I'm going to generate 2 fear off the top, do 3 damage. That's going to kill that town. That's another fear. So just a fear card. So not the strongest use of that card, but again, didn't have a lot of other places to go with it. Obviously, I need to try to get it into there next turn, so I will do that. And now we can get these defends off the board. This comes off the board, and time's going to pass. Nope, I have to gain a power card. I don't want to reclaim card. I have to get another card out. I need to get 3 card plays for at least next turn. Maybe pull off some magic with infestation. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm going to give a major power to Lore using Wood Seeks Growth, Human Seek Freedom. Oh, unlock the gates. Oh, that's... Unrelenting Growth is a little bit too little too late. Infinite Vitality is super exciting. And that would give me everything else I need. It doesn't have a moon, though. But it wipes out that dude with only the cost of 1 blight. Terrifying Nightmares. That's some fear, but that's not going to help me with infestation. Lots of interesting options. Unlock the Gates does some cool things for me. That is for sure. Unrelenting Growth, again, a little bit too late. Terrifying Nightmares is intriguing. It's just 2 fear, though. Push up to 4. Infinite Vitality lets me deal with this. Venomous Spiders lets me deal with this. So if I'm looking at this from that standpoint, that's super enticing. Oh, but Venomous Spiders is not in my hand. Right, so I'm basically just playing this with steam vents. Oh. Oh man, I think I need to reclaim then. If I reclaim, well, that's so. I guess that's interesting. So if I just reclaim and I play 2 cards, what 2 cards would I want to play? Venomous spiders and what? And if I just give up on 3 cards, that I think is the new analysis, right? Steam vents just isn't strong enough. Rapid Wings of Sunlight is intriguing. I could use Grow Through Sacrifice on Lore next turn and get him 3 card plays for the next turn after that. That I kind of like. All right, so I'll take Infinite Vitality. Just trying to think how I can generate the most fear in the most efficient ways. Steam Vents is still in my draw pile. I have to forget a card. What am I never playing again? I'm never going to play Softly Beckon as much as I love it. And that is all she wrote. So this comes off. These go over here. And now we go to the next round. These come out. These come out. We are only 31 fear away. Nope, 32. Math is hard. Yeah, 8 times 4, Greg. For some reason, I had seeing things. There was a fear there in my head. Just actually wasn't. So I'm reclaiming cards with lore. I'm getting an energy. I'm gonna get 2 energy and an element of my choice. I'll figure that out later. I'm getting 3 energy from there. I know what I'm playing. I'm playing. If I'm reclaiming cards, but Rapid Wings of Sunlight doesn't give me what I need for Infestation. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's 7 cards there, 7 energy worth of stuff there. And those are my card plays. Element check, I'm going to get a Moon. That's going to give me 2 and 1. And then I have 3 and 1 over here. But I actually, yeah, I have 3 plant, but I actually don't have the 1 fire. But I do have the 2, 2, 3 for Infestation. I'll figure all that out in a second. We now go to Starlight. Starlight's going to play Grow Through Sacrifice and is going to give it to Lore of the Deep Wilderness. Starlight's also going to play Smothering Infestation and Starlight. So that's going to give her the kicker there. So again, I'm working this backwards. I'll do this and figure out how I want to pay for it all. And defending 6. Yeah. Skipping actions there. It might be things out that way. Build. 2 damage. More damage I get, the better. It's a slow action, so I'm not going to be able to play it after this turn anyway. I'm going to get 2 presence, 2 energy from here. I do not have 2 suns, so I don't have that kicker. This cost me 3. I'll change that up. 3 and a 1. That gives me this. Is that the only thing I've unlocked? Nope, and I also have this. And that will do. All right. Checking the comments. Yeah, I think you need new options from cards. Yeah, growth is too late. Shame. Yeah, dude. Rough. So good, but so far. So, 1 away from my sacred site. The Dahan have 4+ health in target land, and whatever blight would be added to target land, leave it on the card instead. So that's in place here. The Han have 4+ health. They're ravaging 4 there, so 1 Dahan will die, but the other will retaliate and wipe out that sucker, which could be good. Then no blight will be added, which makes me happy. Infestation of venomous spiders. I'm adding a beast here. gather up to 1 beast. I'll gather this beast so I could skip 2 actions. So 2 fear, and I can skip 2 actions in target land. And each time I skip, because I have the kicker, I'll be doing 4 damage a pop, which is amazing. So those are done. Everything else is slow. Target spirit can destroy one of their presence. Again, I've already had that in place, so I don't need the sacred set anymore, so I can destroy that to add another presence to one of my lands. I'm going to add a presence here. I don't have the kicker, so I can't do both. I never actually did my growth options. Ha 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 ha. I will add a presence. So instead of getting the 2 energy there, I already got the 4. I'll add this presence here. I will move a presence. I get +1 card play. Oh, I can get a card play and move. I like that. What else do I want to play? I will play this, which gives me both levels of this, and lets me do that. Oh, that's really nice, actually. So yeah, I get a +1 card play from there, and my third option is, so I just have this 1 card. I'm obviously going to have to reclaim cards. I'm just going to get an energy. Not go wrong with energy. And I'll gain a major, a Starlight. Hopefully I get a fast major that does some damage. All right, so then I have strong and constant currents. I'll be able to prevent this build. And I can move 2 Dahan from between target land and any other land, because I do have the kicker there. I will move 2 Dahan. Yeah, it's just not going to matter. So we'll just kind of leave it as is. All right, so now we go to on the 10 crumbles. Each invader phase, add a blight to a land adjacent to blight. See this spirits may prevent this on any old boards on each board by destroying a presence. Sure, I'll destroy a presence here, and I'll destroy a presence here. No point in keeping that around at this late in the game. We get our one and only fear card. Scapegoats. Each town destroys 1 explorer in its lands. So dead, 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 dead. Oh. I'm lying. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. That cost me an energy. So this would have come back here. And I don't have the second level there. I was not paying attention to land 5, so I'm defending 5 and land. Defending 6 and land 5. 1 away from a sacred site. That would be really bad otherwise. So that one's not destroyed, but everything else, 1 was destroyed from there, 2 were destroyed from here, and 1 was destroyed from there. So that's right. This is dead. This one's dead. This one's dead. Now each city destroys 2. So these 2 are dead, and this one's dead. So all these explorers are off the board. And that's it. Scapegoats are a thing. Scapegoats can definitely be a game changer. I just don't want to lose my presence there. Maybe that's better though. No, it's not. I can do Wraps and Wings of Sunlight, defend a bunch there. Yeah, I think this makes some sense. All right. Eesh. Gross. So we're Ravaging. We get a Blight here. Get a Blight here. We get a Blight here. It stays though. Infinite Vitality. This Dahan has 4 health. It's only Ravaging 3 now. That was huge. Now they both retaliate, wipe both of those out, get a Fear. Because it had 4 health and the 3 damage was not enough to kill it. So Infinite Vitality for the absolute win. So I Blight straight to do this attacks. Oh, that's rough. We get a Blight Cascade. And I lose a presence. And this is protected. That's good. So this was protected, this blighted, nothing there. We're about to do that. That blight cascaded, this blighted, this attacked, infinite vitality, did some magic, and that blighted. So we're down to here. We're going to skip the ravage action. We do 4 damage because we have the kicker of venomous spiders. So that's 2 fear. Now we're going to build there. Nope, we're skipping that action too. We killed those 2 towns, 2 more fear. Again, 4 damage each time you skip an action. We're building a city here. Mountains, we're building a city here. Nothing to build in 6. And now jungles, we're building a town here. We're building a town here. We're building a town here. And we're building a town here. So you're saying there's a chance. Exploring the last explore card. We only have 3 blight left on the card. We're exploring into sands and wetlands. So sands, 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 wetlands, 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 wetlands. I need to win during the ravage. So, question is, can I wipe out the 4 cities and generate 1, 2, 3, 4 more fear cards? That's going to be a total of 25 fear. Now, if I wipe out the 4 cities, remember that's 8 right there, so we have 17 fear left. Or can I wipe out the 4 cities and the 5, 6, 7, 8 towns? If I do that, hold on one sec. Sorry about that. We have an odd chance here right now. I don't love my chances, but I don't hate them. So let's do this. I'm going to do Smothering Infestation. We're going to add a disease. We're going to do 1 damage to each invader. And then I get 2 fear. That's a fear card. Oh, I need to replace that. 2 fear is a fear card, so we only have 16, 23 left. I think my math was wrong before. Yeah, it was only... Oh yeah, my math is way wrong. I only had 23 fear left. I don't know what I said before, but I think it was wrong. And now I'm going to do 3 damage. I'm going to wipe out the city and one of these towns. That's 3 more fear. The rest of that's going to... No. I have to target a land without blight. 1 away from I have a sacred site. I'll wipe out this town. 1 fear, and I push the explorer. I have to push him. It's not optional. I'll push him here. That's done. Rouse this tree and stone. So glad I rethought that and ended that defense 6. And now I get a power card, which I think I will give to Starlight. But first I get 1 fear off the top and 1 away from a sacred site. I can do 2 damage. I'll do it here. I will destroy... No. I'll do it. I'm going to do some stuff at 8, man. If I skip 1 action, that's not going to be enough. Yeah, I'm going to destroy this city. And that's another fear. No, that's 2 more fear. That's a fear card. I think I got the 1 fear off the top. Someone can let me know if I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, because I think that I did 7 fear. I can't remember now. Someone has to let me know if I jipped myself out of I forgot to take a fear for Firebirds, Water Soothes. This is 1 fear off the top. Because that could actually really matter. Man. I have 3 Earth. Destroy a town. I'm going to do Forsake Society. I'm going to gather this town into here, turns it into 2 explorers. There's no structures left there, otherwise I get a fear. And then I'm going to do it inland land. I'm going to suck up 5 explorers since it's I did any, it's 1 fear, and since I did 5, it's another fear. So there's 2 fear there. So all of a sudden, we are 14 fear away from a Terror level 3 victory. We only have. That's wild. My head hurts. I'm going to have to reclaim both of those, which is fine. And now I'm going to gain a major as Starlight. Fast damage, please. Walls of Rock and Thorn, 2 damage, defend 8. Fire and Flood is slow, slow, slow. I don't have another slow phase, so fast it is. Walls of Rock and Thorn is very strong though, and then I can forget a power. I will forget a slow power because it's useless to me. So you're out. Again, as soon as I need to draw a card when there's one not there, it's done. All right, time passes. I'm going to put all this energy away. These come here. This is now my discard. I think I'm going to have to reclaim it, both of these guys, though. These come here. Now, discard cards. Keep it consistent, Greg. All right. I'm going to reclaim cards, gain an energy. I'm getting 2 energy in an element TBD. I'm getting 3 energy for my presence check. 3 card plays. What can help? This can kill something during Ravage. This can kill something during Ravage. This could kill something during Ravage. I don't have 3. Yeah. This can kill something now. Those are my cards. I'll figure out the elements. It doesn't matter. All my innates are slow. These go up. Oh, shoot. I don't have Dahan. I might need. Oh, I don't have that either. Wow. cannot gather Dahan the way I need to, so I have to play Infinite Vitality for that. And that's going to give me the elements I need to unlock all of that. But it does mean that maybe that's silly. No, that's too fair off the top. It's too strong. Because I could just destroy 3. Where am I doing Infinite Vitality, though? I don't know if Vitality is going to work. I do have a bunch of fear cards. I think this is the best chance. I do Venomous Spiders can take care of stuff there. Infinite Vitality can hopefully take care of stuff there if it survives. Remember that Badlands there is going to make it harder. Swab by the Wilderness can take care of stuff there. Don't have enough to Han and lands my presence to really make use. Move it to the 5 from target land. Yeah, from target land to any other land. So I need to have the Dahani to start where I am. My other option is I do this. I wipe that as a fast power, but the Infinite Vitality doesn't do anything for me. Element check. We have the 2, 2, 3 for this kicker. And that's all we've got. All right. We're going to reclaim cards. Yeah, I think we reclaim cards here. I never got the damage at level 2. This doesn't matter. I'm going to get 4 card plays. I can move a presence. And then I can move another presence. Oh, this is crazy. And then so I can move 2 presence, 1 range 1, 1 range 3. This should have been covered up a while ago. I get 4 energy from the energy track. Definitely playing that. I'm definitely playing this. It's slow, it doesn't matter. Fast, fast, fast. Just doing fasts. All right. Yeah, I have to do nothing but fasts. So I have a defense. I can move this. Oh, this is great. I can move this here and defend. Oh, I have all these elements now. It's so sick. Let me do an element check. I'll go top to bottom. I don't have 3 air. I do have 3 earth. I only have 1 fire. It doesn't matter. That's slow. The rest of these are slow. It doesn't matter. But since I have 3 earth, I also have this kicker and this kicker and this kicker and this kicker. Crazy. All right, so I can defend 6. I can move a presence, and then I'm going to defend 5 there to make sure that Infinite Vitality works. They're ravaging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 6 because of the Badlands, but the Blight will stay on the card because Infinite Vitality. I'm going to just target Infinite Vitality there. Oh, I moved. Yeah, that's right. So I target Infinite Vitality there. The Han has 4 health, and the Blight will stay on the card. I'm going to do Walls of Rock and Thorn. I'm going to do 2 damage here. That wipes out that town. I defend 8. I isolate target land. And since I have the kicker, I do +2 damage. That's a fear. This one's out. And I am adding a wilds and a badlands. Wilds, badlands. Oh, that was badlands. Badlands, wilds, and I've defended 10. It doesn't matter. Nothing's ravaging there. I'm going to do Swallowed by the Wilderness, do 2 fear off the top. I'm going to do 4 damage here, plus 2 because of the Badlands. That wipes out this city and town. That's 3 fear. That's a fear card. And then I'm going to do Infestation of Venomous Spiders. I'm going to add a beast. I'm going to gather a beast. And whenever I skip an action, I do 4 damage. Wow. I need at least 1 damage done to this town, and we need this town removed. This town's gonna die. I don't see how I'm getting 7 more fear. Oh, I get 2 fear off the top for this, because there's 2 beasts there. The recording shows you took the fear. Thank you, David. Yeah, I can't go to the build phase. I'm going to destroy one of my presents. Add a presence, remove a blight. Oh, this should be here. This was not on there. I don't know why I put that there. Yeah, I just got confused. I'll destroy this presence. Add a presence to one of my lands. Remove a blight. Not gonna matter. So we're down to just 2 towns. Oh, I also have, yeah, I defended 5 with this. And I put that in play over there. The defense 6 doesn't matter. I can just remove a blight. I'll remove a blight from here. And the rest of this doesn't matter at all. So I just have these 2 towns. I can account for the rest of those suckers for sure. I wonder if I forgot a fear somewhere along the line, because it's crazy just to be down to that. Crazy, crazy. Ah, it's so rough. Yeah, I'm just not doing any of that. Not doing any of it. So here goes nothing. 3 fear. Oh, we have the unattended land crumbles. I'm just going to destroy a presence from both boards because I don't need it anymore. 3 fear cards. Too many monsters. Each player removes a destroyer or a town from a land with a beast or a land adjacent to a land with a beast. Those 2 towns are gone. Amazing. That's freaking awesome. Done. We have Nerves Fray. Each player adds 2 strife to a land not matching a Ravage card. Whatever. Don't care. Don't care. I'm not even going to add it. Doesn't matter. And then we have Emigration Accelerates. Each player moves 1 explorer or town from a coastal land. Explorer out. We're ravaging. We can choose the order. We're ravaging here. We're skipping that action because of venomous spiders. That city and that explorer come off. That's 2 fear. And then we're going to ravage here. Infinite vitality plus defend 5. The Han is injured. And since it's actually reduced to 0, the Badlands don't even kick in. This Dahan's retaliating. The Badlands do kick in. That's a fear. Booyah! That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that was super fun, man. The no event stuff is wild. Wild, wild, wild. Terror level 2 victory for the win. I'm like, is there a town hiding? No, I think we're good. I don't know if who's still watching this other than David, man, but this was amazing. I hope you all enjoy the playback later. I know these are long videos at times with everything going on, but that was incredible how that friggin' played out. Infinite vitality, obviously, growth through sacrifice was huge. Absolutely bananas that kind of worked out. Helene Rafael says, "Woo, nice." Yeah, it was looking hairy. We're still 2 away from Terror Level 3, which is nuts. Defend 2 in all lands with presence was the next one. The Terror Level 3 victory, but a lot easier. Again, you're generating fear so slowly with these kind of spirits that it does make this level 6 Prussia stuff a little bit bananas. Don't mind me, I'm just replacing a sleeve as I talk because, I see it and it's bothering me. I think these are my quivers. Are you my quivers? You are my quivers. Excellent. So, yeah, what a cool good playthrough. I mean, I've really kind of. Oh, these are not. Well, quivers would be great if this is actually a quiver card. You are not a quiver. You are something else. These are my ultra pros. I don't even know where those are. I'll have to find those later. Yeah, so this is I mean the no events playthroughs are fun. They're different. It's a different kind of challenge. You're gonna have to it goes back to the chessiness, the certainty. There are certain things you can do without events because you just know, all right, I'm guaranteed that that's going to be fine. I know that disease is going to work. I know that strife's going to work. I know that wild is going to do the trick. You don't have any of these crazy things that's really throwing you off, and unfortunately, making things kind of go awry in a way that you do when you're playing with the events. Again, I like the events. I prefer this game with the events, but coming back to this every once in a while is super, super nice. Not knowing if I have any more Ultra Pro clear sleeves is not super nice. So I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna bother me a little bit. I think I only have my my quivers. No, it's the worst. It's the worst part about sleeves. You get different companies, and you're kind of mixing them up. The first fear card was great. Fantastic. So close says whatever. We have good game, Greg. Thank you, Sean. And our row is the one who said fantastic. So close. Thank you so much, Sean. The first fear card was amazing. Yeah, Brett just said my solo games of Starlight take me forever to make decisions. I'm impressed you can make decisions within an hour. Honestly, helps you have a game plan going in, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I do something like this. I mean, some spirits I'll wing it. Something like this was such a different kind of challenge for me, especially Prussia 6. I mean, I did play 3 playthroughs off camera, or 2.5. I didn't have time to finish the one that's I started today. I just wanted to see, it's like, all right, if I give lore, if I use the one benefit on lore to start, if I do Boon of Reimagining on lore, give him the extra cards, give him the wiggle room, try to delay his reclaim. I mean, so much of when you only have 8 rounds against Prussia. I mean, do you even have 8 rounds? I mean, it was one. That's a starting explorer. So round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. That came off, and then so yeah, this was like the 8th. You have 7.5 rounds. Like every growth option counts. Like so, every time you could delay and not have to reclaim. Like I got into a little bit of a reclaim loop, but that's why I really needed that plant, because if I could keep giving Lore more cards, he would eventually get this stuff off without growth through sacrifice. Obviously, this is a fool's errand, and that's where the not having the events kind of hurts too. Whereas if you're playing with events, I mean, there are some times where it's like, hey, you can add a presence, or spirits can do this, or spirits can do that. When you're limiting yourself to the Blighted Island cards that only have ongoing effects, you know, you don't have the cards that are like each spirit adds a presence and then add 4 cities, right? But obviously that would not have worked. I mean, the fact that we did the bulk of our damage with Infestation of Venomous Spiders near the end here, this was a clutch pull, being able to do 4 damage early. Rapid Wings of Sunlight was clutch. I mean, being able to move the defend around, stumbling into that 5 defense here was really nice, because then I knew, hey, this guy's going to definitely survive, and I'll be able to wipe out that town there and just kind of get rid of the structures. But I did not think we'd be able to pull off a Terra level 2. That was nuts, and had to, right? Unless I forgot to take the fear from Venomous Spiders at some point or something. Even if I forgot 1 fear, we're still left with 1. So it was nuts. Like, staying healthy on them was huge. I mean, the Blighted Island card here was. Oh wait, no, we staying healthy on them for as long as we did was huge. Um, I think it just allowed us to breathe, not have to worry about losing presence as we got later in this game. Growth or Sacrifice MVP, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of cards, right? But yeah, Growth or Sacrifice. I mean, unsurprisingly, set the tone early. And I think that's something nice too about doing these plants. Like when you're doing a plant strategy, you're seeing between the boon of reimagining, where you're taking 6 cards and you're keeping 2, and having wood seeks growth, human seek freedom, you're really stacking on the you're really stacking on your card draws, so you're going through a lot of that minor power deck, and you're more likely to find the card that you need. And then at some point, and then you have a lot of minor power cards, which you can use to discard and get your majors, right? I mean, we ended up with 4 majors. But even that, I feel like we ended up with more. But going through 16 cards on the major power deck's not that shabby. Would have been really cool if I could have pulled off Cast It down into the Briny Deep. If I had any way to get those elements, I would have done it. But truth of the matter is I didn't. You also see, I really like bottom track Starlight because it just opens up some stuff. And now when you get the additional card play from here, boom, you're doing 4 card plays. You're much more likely to trigger your innates. And obviously you have a whole slew of innates that you could possibly trigger from. So that was just a really crazy playthrough. You see, holding on to these I have not found to be beneficial. Just like kind of burning those up as, hey, I can prevent a build early, bam, done. I can prevent a build and get a fear, done. Like just make them work for you. Um, the pushing a beast part is interesting. I guess if you had a power, like if you were playing with fangs, getting beast exactly where you want them could be helpful. They could have been helpful with infestation of venomous spiders, I guess. I mean, end of this game, I ended up with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beasts on the board. So we added 7 over the course of the game, which was pretty wild. But yeah, this was super fun, man. I mean, we'll be back in no events land. I'm still trying to work through all the scenarios. And then I do want to do another thematic board playthrough at some point. I'll do a 2-handed. The true solo thematic just doesn't excite me. I don't really love the thematic boards in general, but I do, if I'm gonna play them, I do prefer the 2-handed side, I think. Look at me like turning into more of a 2-handed player. But please, for the love of everything, like every once in a while, like this community, like it just out of the woodwork, out of people, just like this whole like idea that you have to play this 2-handed, like keeps creeping up, and you don't. You can play this any way you want. I love this game true solo still. But especially with the channel and trying to find new challenges, 2-handed gives me a much wider um selection of possible things to choose from. But man, dude, you can absolutely play this true. I played this true solo hundreds of times and I absolutely love it. This is a fantastic game both ways. But yeah, dude, it is what it is. I don't know, man. Everyone's got opinions, and myself included, I guess. But that's that. I'll get off my soapbox for a little bit. We seeing no other comments. I am away next week, which is why we had 3 days of insanity in a row. I'm gonna be heading out on Friday. And I'll be back next week. So the week after that, though, I'll come in on a Monday. I'm probably gonna throw a Mage Night on the channel the day I get back. It might be a Cloudspire. I haven't decided yet. But so 2 weeks from now we'll have Maze Knight, Cloudspire, and the third game. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm looking to get Machina Arcana on the channel. I'm looking to get Last Bastion on the channel. So look out for those pretty soon. Nemo's War looking to get on the channel. So I got a bunch of like new 2 solo playthroughs games. But then it's obviously, again, Maze Knight, Spirit Island will always be kind of the mainstays. Dawn of the Zeds, especially after yesterday. Yesterday was super fun, and I had a really good time with that. So if you haven't checked out the Uprising video yet, I would definitely recommend that. They're about to open their pledge banner pretty soon, and that game's amazing. If you are looking at Kickstarters, Euthia just relaunched with Steam Forged. It is not cheap, but I'm very, very excited about that game. That's the first game I've backed in quite a while, to be honest. So I don't, other than I backed the expansion for Uprising, to be clear. So once they sent me the review copy of Uprising and the first expansion, and I like them so much, I like the game so much that I really wanted to support them with the next Kickstarter. So I did, and that's where I'm at. So, but this was super fun. Any questions, comments, epiphanies? Put them in the comment section below. We will definitely. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next with Spirit Island. It probably will be one of the scenarios. I still have 5 scenarios left. I do want to start cycling through the aspect cards. So I probably should do all of this now before we get 11 15 new spirits in the next year. So starting with the 5 from uh, Horizons. It's a lot, but Eric Grace keeps pumping these suckers out. And if there's any designer I trust to add content in a way that really is worthy of an amazing game, it is definitely Eric Royce. He's just did some incredible stuff with these expansions, and just absolutely love this game. Anyone who hasn't heard, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of people here listen to the Kindred Spirit podcast. Eric Royce was recently on KSP, and I would definitely recommend listening to that. It's a pretty long episode, but Eric Royce is like one of the most interesting dudes in board games to listen talk. Like, he's very thoughtful, he's very smart, and him talking about this game is amazing. So I really appreciate KSP bringing him back for a second time. I am trying to get them on my channel. We have some ideas in the works, so you know. Maybe it might work out, it might not. Scheduling with the two of them and their theater schedules is definitely not going to be easy, but hopefully we can make that work. But I am absolutely yammering. That's about it. Thank you for joining me. I will see everyone in 2 weeks. I have a Return to Dark Tower playthrough that is going to be coming out next week, so be sure to look out for that in the meantime. And hope everyone is having a great day and staying cool, and happy gaming.
Solo.